I'm like, it's dark in here. Alive, pal.
Hey, what's up?
That nigga Sid really was like, hold on. And Jim Ross was like, alive, pal. Well, that
And we're
motherfucker,
back.
we about to
Yeah.
get it popping, about to get it cracking in three, two.
It's simple.
Are you frozen? Yo, yo, yo. Welcome to the Reason Wrestling Podcast. I think the Most High has just froze. So, this is your boy Chitty Bang with the frozen Most High, I think. I'm not sure what's going on. But we're here to bring you the week that was in professional wrestling. We are the Underground Professional Wrestling Podcast. If I'm still alive, I don't even know. Uh, this is your boy Chitty Bang. Check us out on RW Podcast 1 on Twitter, Reason Wrestling Podcast on YouTube, and Reason Wrestling Podcast on IG. Uh, I'm sure that he's having some technical difficulties and would probably pop back in a second. But we're here to bring you the week that was in professional wrestling. Um, First and foremost, I just got some news about CM Punk. CM Punk is still talking shit. Apparently, he posted something on IG or the story saying that when John Moxley buried him or quote unquote squashed him for the AEW championship, he was actually hurt and he wrestled hurt and he'll never wrestle hurt again for a company. Um, yeah, well, you shouldn't have wrestled in the first place. But yeah, I heard that Chris Jericho, Tony Khan, and them have been putting out some kind of propaganda that you know, or maybe Chris Jericho was saying that he agreed to work the match and he wasn't coerced into it, and he was like saying that he essentially agreed to, but he ended up hurting himself even further, and he should not have been there. So it just seems to be like a lot of chaos with CM Punk. That's all I'm trying to say. Is that I'm not sure why he's so. I don't know. They call him a cancer, but it seems like people don't get along with him. They feel like they have to say their piece about him. He's a very controversial figure. Doesn't matter what he does, whether it's a match, whether it's backstage, whether it's online. It's always surrounded by controversy in a sense. People like to have to like to talk about him, and he always has to talk back. So I don't know. I don't know. I don't know what to say about the guy, but looks like the main point I'm taking away from this is that the sides of CM Punk and AEW are very far apart on probably ever there being a reunion. So this have I mean maybe it's not brand breaking news, but to me this might be the end of CM Punk's career in professional wrestling. Um, with that being said, it's sad if it goes down that way. I've always been essentially kind of a proponent of a fan of his, but we'll see where it goes. And I think the joint roller Ayatollah is back. We'll see if we can bring him back on the stream. He, hey, buddy,
Oh man, I should have fucking teared, dog. I
what
thought
happened?
I thought my shit was gone.
Oh, the computer.
Yeah.
Oh no, thank goodness.
Oh man,
Oh,
I thought my shit was gone.
his life flashed before his eyes. Yo,
I thought my shit.
yo, you froze. And I'm like, I guess I'll say that. Yo, this is the Most High. Welcome to Reed's Mostly Podcast. But thank God it was only a scare, bro.
I'm
We
about,
cannot lose that laptop.
I'm about to close every fucking tab that ain't got shit to do with this right now. I don't give a fuck what I was doing. Everything's gone right now.
All right, it's good. It's good. It's good. We good, man.
Yo, okay, so shout out to Mac, shout out to Apple. You know what I'm saying? My joint running on a little delay. You know what I'm saying? As far as RAM speed and the capacity, but I got the 3 monitors set up, and I got shit cooking everywhere and shit like that. And
those tabs are not just for, it's just on one computer, even though it's on 3 different screens.
Yes.
It's on one computer.
Yes. And I forgot. Okay. I forgot. So I'm in cooking here. Like, oh, we good. And that shit said, bitch, what? You know what I'm saying?
You want to go live? Oh, fuck no.
You want to go live on Big while Premiere Pro in the back? While you got 3 separate? Nigga, I got 4 different StreamYards open.
Oh, my God.
I got the 3 joints that I'm editing. And then I got this new one that I'm on right now. So like, okay. All right.
Listen, man. I kept the flow going. I'm glad you were able to make it back. I'm glad there's no, the detrimental technical difficulties. But I was just talking about CM Punk. I know it wasn't on our task of the day, but I was talking about his little post, and I'm pretty much saying that it looks like him and AEW look like, the more and more I look at it, it looks like they're done. Even though there's been speculation that he might be coming back, he pretty much just called out Chris Jericho, saying he's a hack. And saying that he's a liar, Dave Messel's a liar, and that he was injured when he wrestled John Moxley. He shouldn't have wrestled injured, and then he deleted the story. So it just seems like with CM Punk, there's always some kind of drama. Unfortunately, this is going to be might be the end of his career. It's sad to say, in my opinion. We don't know still. Granted, we don't know at this moment whether he's coming back to wrestling or not. But for me, it looks like a sad ending to a great career. And if this is the end of it and the Sally going out, like, pretty much calling everybody out. But I mean, it's only fitting if that's the case.
Well, I would say this. Hold on. Hello, testing 1 2.
Yeah, I can hear you. I'm not sure if it's from the mic though, but I can hear you.
I will say this. The nigga CM Punk was not on our docket.
Yeah, I didn't want to talk about anything that was without you.
No. I'm saying he's not on our docket for the simple fact that, like, there isn't anything relevant or tangible for us to speak upon. You know what I'm saying? And you're right. We aren't operating. We ain't operating right there. Hello. Testing. All right.
Yeah, a lot better.
All right. So yeah, man. Last time I tried to act like a rapper and front like this shit wasn't working. That nigga Chidi was like, your mic ain't on. He treated me like I was Prince. That nigga said, your mic ain't on, nigga. Your mic ain't on. I'm like, oh shit, my bad. I thought this was for aesthetic purposes. This nigga said, no, bitch, turn your mic on. So the mic,
you didn't tell me that.
So the mic is always on. Word to Prince. You know what I'm saying?
It just sound better.
But I would say this for you said this might be the end of CM Punk. It's not glorious to be infamous, right? And shout out to, you know what I mean, Prodigy, Havoc, myself. You know what I'm saying? Like, being infamous isn't necessarily something that is glamorized or pontificated as something that, like, that's my aesthetic. You know what I'm saying? And he seems to be really affected by being infamous. You know what I mean? So like you have every control of that. You know what I mean? Like the when you came back again, this would be my same sentiment forever on the second run. I don't give a fuck who you was previously. Your reputation does not precede you unless you a G. If you working on yourself and progressing and being better and not trying to have things castrate you on your way to being different or being better or making this situation anything unlike the last place, you ain't do a really good job of putting forth real effort into it not seeming like that. You know what I mean? And we have conversations realistically outside of wrestling, just be like, yo, like 1% of being better is definitely better.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like those incremental moral whatever we want to call them, like they matter in the grand scheme of how people perceive you, because they're going to say, hey, he's trying. There's no evidence here that shows that he's been trying. You know what I'm saying? And when he came in, everybody was a little hesitant. Everybody was very appreciative because of course what he does lend to the business is cachet. But again, AEW popped off without him. They had their first couple all outs without him. They sold out a couple arenas. They did a really good job. And when he got champion, got hurt, they did really good without him. When he wanted to be a bitch and left, they did pretty good. Like they don't necessarily need the shit. They don't need the shit.
For what he brings, I wonder if it's diminishing returns on. I wonder if I were to ask Tony Khan for what CM Punk brought your company, is it all worth it? You know, and I feel like sometimes we harp on it. We just blame one man and CM Punk on the drama, but it seems to always surround him some way, somehow, because he's a lightning rod, man. The guy just he lives it. He's himself all the time, and he can't help but talk. You know, when it's on, set the record straight. When he hears the rumors, it gets to him. You know, it's not like he can ignore it. You know, even if Chris Jericho's talking shit, let him talk shit. You don't even gotta go out and talk bad about the company and what happened, because especially if you're still in a contract, like you just, you know, if you're not in a contract and you're getting paid to go out and do a appearance and you end up talking about it in hindsight of how things went, is different than you're under contract and you're talking, you know, about the people in the company. And but if they are lying about you, then I get why he does it, you know, but you don't necessarily have to go about that way. It's not for me to judge, and I don't know if he's getting better. I don't know if his take on things and how he moves, because he seems like a guy who's like a fuck you type of dude. Like, and what I mean by that is, if you ain't with me, it's fuck you. If you ain't on my, there's no in between. There's no gray area. Like, you either on my side or it's fuck you.
Moxie's a fuck you type of guy too, but he also does really good business.
Yeah.
Right. Like they're Moxie's a fuck you guy, but he's going to do business, and it's never going to be at the detriment of the business. Right now, CM Punk letting niggas in behind the curtain. Why is the access being given and granted to people who don't know what to do with it? Like us, we're pundits. Mm-hmm. We're like, you know what I'm saying? Like we don't even know what you guys are arguing about, and this is beyond us. like bro,
true.
This is beyond us just booking matches, bro. Yeah. You talking about an MVP, a EVP's responsibilities of running a company, and we don't know what the fucking executive vice president is supposed to be doing of a wrestling promotion. But what we deemed as what they were doing right, they were doing pretty correct. They got a TV deal. They re-upped the TV deal. They're signing people. They got money. They got like they seem to be doing very, very well at their responsibilities while also being really good wrestlers.
He got asked one question and used that question to go on a fucking rant on like everybody he had beef with, and that's not on anybody else but CM Punk.
And so that's what I mean as far as getting better. He did the same thing with he did the same thing with Colt Cabana when he left. right? When it was on a podcast and aired out the dirty laundry of I had a staph infection and I was so did Mox, right? And guess what Mox did? He got infected, he wrestled through it, he had surgery, he had a life scare, and left the fucking place. Same scenario, but guess what we didn't hear from Mox? The bitch fest. Guess what Mox said? Are you coming back? Are you man? Fuck them niggas. I'd rather do blood matches in GCW. I'd rather go to New Japan. I'd rather be in AEW. I'm never fucking going back to this place. Love to my brothers there. I love everybody there. That's not what the fuck we got from CM Punk. At no fucking point in time. He was gone 7 years. Was sending shots at Seth Rollins when he was working at Fox.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. Yeah, he has a chip on his shoulder. He's bitter, and I don't know if that will ever go away. But I pray for CM Punk. I hope he's doing well. I hope that he can find.
You can't pray for somebody that's an atheist, brother.
That's true. I send him great energy. I don't know what the fuck to say. Shit, CM Punk, man. I wanna give like you bail, yo. I wanna cut CM Punk some bail, but it's like so hard sometimes, man. And I like the guy because I mean I like authenticity. The guy's authentic to him. Like I can't but at the end of the day, he's not necessarily very diplomatic. He's not very I don't know. He needs a PR. He needs like some PR or something.
Yo, what's crazy? The reason? Listen, I'm only critical of CM Punk because I'll be CM Punk in that same position. Like that's the like me. You know what I'm saying? Like a buck against the system. Like I got here on my own volition. Y'all signed me in ROH and all the CZW shit that I was doing. All like you knew who Punk was. Like you knew what I did. And yeah, I wanted to kind of try to change with it. Like we all have that mentality. And when it don't work, we get broken down and we get discouraged and we be like, man, we going through the motions, and then they toss you a bone and you get happy. Yeah. But all in all, my nigga, like I know too that if somebody says something to me that I don't like,
it's going down. Like
so
there's no in between.
It's no in between.
I feel like with wrestling, there's going to be ups and downs no matter what. Anything you do in life, there's going to be ups and downs, and wrestling especially. But I don't think he rides those downs as easy as those ups. And
I don't think that. And with that being said, then to piggyback on that, if it's your passion, you go through that with grace.
Yeah, and some level of grace. I think he did for a long time and got fucking tired of it and was like, whatever it is, I am CM Punk. I get to say what I want to say. I know how good I am at this.
Until now, his words don't matter. Right, like he lived long enough to be a villain, right? Like you dig, like his
either die here or live long enough.
Like his words had validity. His words were something that we ran to. Bray, you know what I'm saying? Let's just run right into it, right? You wanted to talk about Bray and to see if there is any salvageable qualities within the character or the persona or whatever the case may be. And I would say this, he's at a point where creatively in a character, nobody give a fuck about what he got to say. And when you get, and honestly, when you get there is technically no way to be salvageable unless you're purely authentic, right? Punk, if you're going to put the message out there, leave it
out there. Yeah.
Leave it.
Stand on your shit.
Bruh, the live goes away in 24 hours anyway. We already took the screenshot, bitch. Leave the fuck up there.
I'm not sure if he took it down or if it was 24 hours thing, but maybe he did take it down. I don't know. But all I know is, man, it's unfortunate the way things are going with him. Even with Bray, it's unfortunate in my mind because, Bray, I was super excited for his WrestleMania this year because we haven't seen a WrestleMania in 2 years, and I thought this would be a big moment for him. But since he's been back, I don't know what they're doing. I just don't. And now he's injured or he's sick and there's a health scare. So obviously take the time, get healthy. More than anything, I hope prayers up for Bray and hope that he is healthy and he gets back soon. But it's sad he's not there at WrestleMania again. And it's like, for me, a Bray fan, maybe I'm being a mark about it. Maybe I'm just a fan who's like, man, I want to see my favorite wrestler at WrestleMania. But whatever it may be, whether it be injury, whether it's creative problems, whatever it may be, he has to be salvaged. There's no other recourse other than to come back and be your salvage. And I can be patient with the Uncle Howdy thing, and I can be patient with that fun house and where you're going to go with it. But we gotta go from these meta big concepts and bring it down to base fundamentals with these storytelling aspects of Bray Wyatt. And it's just about motivation, explained clearly, and then you can add all the ethereal craziness around that. But motivation, more than anything, has to be explained clearly. Motivation we know what the motivation is for Cody Rhodes. We're super invested in it because the storyline was told in one promo with him and Paul Heyman. Boom, we got it. We're locked in. We know Sami Zayn was supposed to face Roman Reigns, and we were excited for that. But one promo, we got Cody motivation in there. Boom, we were locked in for Cody's story. Everything going around, and in story with pay-per-view coming up. What are you fighting for? And I want to know what Bray is fighting for, whether it be face, heel, or whatever. We always, like I always say in the past, we had that with Bray when he came to such a organic, authentic, for breath of fresh air with the Wyatt family. All those guys, did something special, and it brought on these storylines with Bryan Danielson, John Cena, Roman Reigns that we can remember today. This next version of Bray is what we stamp his legacy. Like, he's already had a legacy, but this is where you become super legendary, I think, and in my eyes. And I think that, or you become somebody who's just like interchangeable, like a Big Show, who's like, yeah, come in here and work with somebody.
Well, I mean, listen, Big Show's legendary, so
Yeah, you know what I mean, man.
I mean,
there's certain tiers to that.
Well,
legendary status.
I would say this: Bray Wyatt does bring some level of differentiation within the programming, for the simple fact that there's no other aesthetic like him. There is no version of storytelling like thereof. Well, there's no rambling rabbit the way that Bray Wyatt can ramble, right? Regardless if it leads to nothing, he can fill a segment better, worse, indifferent, but different than anybody, right? Because if you feel indifferent about it because you don't know where it's going, that is where he doesn't want to be. You want to be where you either like it or you don't like it because it gives a reaction. Now, as a creative, there's not a thing that I want to give out there that is not liked, right? Shout out to Andre Hale and podcast made in the corner the corner podcast. Fudge, I can look it up while I'm talking, but they compare Bray to M. Night Shyamalan. You know what I'm saying?
Good comparison, right?
Well, I know, but the premise of it is that he got hot with one good thing, and we've been giving him over and over, and he ain't been making the hot shit since. And I had to think about, like, damn, has M. Night Shyamalan really been considered as a one trick pony around this motherfucker? Like, has he not put out anything good since?
Nah, Sixth Sense. I got Signs. The others, all those were good to me. So, like me, though, I'm one person. The masses might feel it differently. I might think that Sixth Sense is the only good thing. But, like, and that's how it is with Bray. With me, I like The Fiend. I like the Funhouse and what he did last run. This run, though, is becoming really, like, it's becoming really the Village-est. Like where no one knew what the fuck was going on and didn't care. And then you get the payoff, and it's just not good enough. It's just not what we wanted. So, and then the payoff, we're not even getting one at WrestleMania.
Sorry, Kel Dansby. I'm sorry. Go ahead. But with that being said, this is if we're filmmakers, right? We're screenwriters. We're screenplay, right? If this is Act 1 is slow, so what? You turn off if you're in a film, it's a slow Act 1. Are you walking out and be like, man, this man is fuck? Or will you give it its justice and give it an Act 2, give it an Act 3? Because guess what? This shit is already booked for a sequel, nigga.
I mean, we don't. I mean, I hope it is, because We haven't even gotten through Act 1, if you're saying. And guess what? Act 2, you know what's happening? It's not happening. So we gotta just jump to Act 3 because he's injured.
Well, no,
Or
I
he's
won't.
sick.
No. I won't say we can't jump the app. We can't act the jump to. I will say this. We didn't. You're right. We didn't know the direction of Bray Wyatt when he came in. But let's go here. You wanted this direction to be Roman Reigns when he came. If he would have went the direction of Roman Reigns, we'd probably still be having the situation because Cody's getting his WrestleMania spot. Bray's not getting his WrestleMania. Sammy's not getting his WrestleMania. Rock's not getting his WrestleMania. Right? All the things like Bray is low on that totem pole when we're talking about going after the big dog, and he wouldn't feel as big as any of the. Sammy feels bigger than Bray going after him because he has been gone for so long. Cody feels better than Bray because he came back from the pectoral muscle WrestleMania. Seth feels like everybody feels better.
Of course,
even if Rocky came in for a one-shotter. You know what I'm saying? Like he's hotter. So if Bray is just a stopgap because he's been here 6 months, then we're still like, well, where does he go from here? Because he went to the top. He go to the bottom.
That was like when I said that was a while ago. It was like back when we were just getting the red, the White Rabbit stuff. That was right after Drew McIntyre lost at Clash of Champions. That is when I was like, oh, let's just put him with Roman. Like right now, even if he doesn't win, cool. That's before we even knew War Games was going to happen. Like that's why I said that, because clearly in their mind they had a plan for War Games already in place. So yeah, Bray is nowhere near that. He's just coming back. Yeah, we ain't touching him in that space. We can get him high and eventually go after that. But you got to give him somebody you can sink your teeth in. I don't care if it was Sheamus, Drew McIntyre. I don't care if it's fucking Ricochet or Braun Strowman. I don't care who it was. It had to be a really good angle. And him and LA Knight, it did probably more for LA Knight than Bray, but it wasn't something that captivated the audience. And then
I would say this. Testament to LA Knight, because a lot of people will say that once you get into a feud with Bray Wyatt, then you get left in shit. Clearly, Bray's propelling or involvement of LA Knight helped the propelling of LA Knight. I won't say Bray propelled LA Knight because LA Knight.
Yeah. But him coming out there, smacking him, having the mic time on TV with one of the most must-see people.
Now, boom. Let's go to logic. Business and logic. Hey, Bray ain't hot enough to be, because if we give him Karrion Kross, it ain't good. If we give him Drew McIntyre, what are they feuding about? Right? Like you say, it's nothing that's really tangible. You know what I'm saying?
Karrion Kross, honestly, would have probably been a better fit for me. I'll be honest with you, because they have that dark element. I
would have liked it. Liked it.
He has that dark element to him with the TikTok and everything. Bray's a main eventer, or he has been a former champion. Come on, let's go. Like that's would have been interesting to see. And see Bray, and him clash. But it's a thing where it was the story all along. It wasn't, even if it was LA Knight, it's fine. It's just the story all along got completely muddled. When he came back, telling you, it was a fever pitch. People needed to see Bray. Like that pop was real, bro. Like that pop was crazy. One of the best moments of last year was him arriving and us, saying, will he come? But
he was just, that's the thing though. The moment was not that he was coming back for a moment.
And then the promo too that he did after, like, was great.
Which goes back to when we talked about the split personality shit like that. Mm-hmm. And he was like, well, if it's Uncle Howdy, I can't get right. So before we even got into what the act could be, we were already like, man, if it's Bo Dallas, man, this shit is shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, bro, like I'm not being facetious. I'm not the hyperbole. We were the niggas having that conversation, nigga. You was like, man, I can't suspend disbelief. Believe it was Bo Dallas. I'm like, nigga, what?
Like, yo, like you gotta be more creative than that. Like, if this is like, you need to give some context into it. Like, even if Bo Dallas is in the mask and all that stuff, I don't want you to tell me Bo Dallas. Just keep him in as Uncle Howdy. That's it. Period. Don't ever tell me it's him.
Nobody told you that it was him.
All right.
No, I'm saying, like, look, I'm saying, like, if you like, who's this Uncle Howdy nigga? And I'm like, well, Uncle Howdy's Bo Dallas. They're giving Bo Dallas something. You're like, no, nigga, let it be an independent worker. Don't let it be Bo Dallas. I'm like, yo,
I thought you meant like, because here's the thing, the Uncle Howdy thing. I thought it was going to be a reveal at that point. Like, I thought like they were going to reveal it on TV what it meant to him. I thought if you're talking about somebody just acting another role as a character, like a Kane mask, that's different. Put him in a mask. Dr. Isaac Yankem is now Kane. Boom, I can accept it. But I'm talking about from who was Uncle Howdy. When I asked the question, I meant who was Uncle Howdy to Bray? Who was he to Bray? Who did he represent? Why is this guy following him around and telling him to do bad things?
But we did get the outside the ropes or on the Ryan Satin joint out of character. When he said everybody that's in my universe is somebody that is legitimately in my universe. And we've already tried to piece together Waylon Mercy, or Dan Spivey, right? Right. If you know about Dan Spivey and Mike Rotunda, you know what I'm saying? Like that, and Waylon Mercy, if you know about Waylon Mercy, and then Hawaiian Shirt Bray, Ramblin' Rabbit, or Sister Abigail, or Husky Harris. Husky the Pig, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. Like all of those people. I think we had the conversation about Uncle Howdy. Like, we don't know if, like, okay, real life, and I hate for us to get into the weeds of this, but this is what I'm saying. If Bray cooks something up with his brother, Bo, and they like, yo, and Bo is just like, man, whatever, I'll do whatever because I know you my nigga, right? In the first sense of what we do, because they like everybody else, we get on our shit and we see what's popping. The second fucking promo, when Uncle Howdy was like, I know who you are. 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 Everybody's like, oh, get this shit the fuck out of here. Like, nobody gave it a chance. That's tough.
I mean, you can't pivot from something if you have something good, and that's all it is. Maybe what you thought was going to be great, and it just wasn't as great as you thought it was going to be, and that's fine. I'm willing to give Bray Wyatt, of all people, one of the most creative people in the business, a mulligan. Hey, a do-over. Fuck it, Uncle Howdy. Fuck it, doesn't exist. After and after you're healed up, after you feel good, you're not sick anymore, whatever it may be, come back and fresh. And you got to come back with a vengeance some way, somehow. I told you, I still want to see Cody and Bray this year. It'll be perfect dynamic, to see Cody overcome Bray, or Bray, defeat the Prince, of WWE. Like, and that's the kind of thing I want to see. And I don't want to see Seth around him again, because obviously Seth had an issue with working with the music. It's a hard character to work with. I don't like that sentiment. If LA Knight could do it, I think there's many people who have done it in the past. It's just a matter of Seth. You just couldn't. You couldn't. Like, that was a moment where you wanted to be the babyface, and Seth was, right now, the Fiend was the hottest thing at the moment. And when you had that match, it was hard to work with because the Fiend was hot and you weren't. And then you had to change and you had to twist your switch, which you needed anyways. That was you. So it wasn't on like that sentiment, like the Fiend is hard to work with. I don't fucking buy that shit. He's had great angles with a lot of people. Even down to the last thing he had with Braun Strowman, we fucked with it. The Swamp, like I fucked with it. I thought it made sense. So that's all I'm asking for is just
also what else was niggas supposed to do in the pandemic?
Yeah, but I mean, for what you had, the creativity, you use what you had and you work with it, and I thought it was a good a good little horror, take on and bringing it back to where he's from, the Swamp, and his history with Bray. I thought it was dope, So like,
also when we talk about being empathetic, the passion of the business dissipated when you lose your best friend. Maybe. Right? Like,
yeah.
The energy and the exasperation that I would give to it, or the exertion of it, like that I would give to it, it just ain't fucking there. Because we don't know what John would have been able to tell him or get him through, or because they were going through a similar situation. Bray was going down, Brody was going up, but all the while Bray was like, "That's who the fuck he was supposed to be," and they were happy for each other. They was working through it. And I think even when Roman coming back and putting Bray down, I think John would have been able to tell him like, "Yo, man, go with the flow, bro. They got something going. You and Roman can be a but that like when he gets sick, when he goes down, when he's not here." I got 2 kids. I start thinking about my mortality.
Yeah,
I got Amanda. I got his 2 kids. Like I got a lot of shit other than like, and then the fact that I'm not gonna go through this cesspool and then try to explain my creativity. Well, you
exactly. And here's what I would say to that: do it for yourself. If you don't come back to WWE for the fans. I know we want you around. When we missed you, but if you aren't right. And if you don't have the same passion you had for it, because you at least now you should know you're important. Like to people love Bray. It's not that we love Bray, man. He's our favorite wrestler. We got the painting for a reason. Like we love Bray, but we also want, we want him to take care of himself as far as his passion. And if this is really his passion still, then yeah. But if it's losing people and it's hard to, do the same thing you love from the same passion and fervor. And the same creativity, then he has to find his why and why he's doing it. Why do it for yourself, and don't do it because the fans need something from
you. I think his why is also again, bro. Like we talk about it. Wrestling has more than one, bro. Like I'm a Rotunda, nigga. I'm a Wyndham, nigga. Like I'm a Mulligan, nigga. Like dude, like what the fuck else am I gonna do, bro? Like, what else am I gonna like? So it's not the fact that he's doing it for like that. I mean, like, yes, he's fine and it, like he's probably living and walking in his purpose, but he's also looking at professional wrestling has given and taken away so much from him. Right? He met his best friend, he met his godfather of his kids, right? He met his brothers. Like, and no wrestling didn't take them away from him, but nigga, they brought them to me for them to be taking my grandfather, Blackjack Mulligan. You know what I'm saying? Like. He's synonymous with this business.
Yeah,
he's why.
Yeah, it's in his blood, honestly. Yeah. So I won't still. It doesn't mean Teddy DiBiase Jr.'s blood too. Like it doesn't mean you gotta.
Well, he did follow. I think he's with his daddy, following down that corruption path. Man, oh God, no. He need to be wrestling, motherfucker.
But like what I'm trying to say is like shit. You don't gotta follow the path down to IRS, past, you can just be Duke Rotunda, you can just be Duke.
I would love the fact of if he was able to come back and be Duke as Bray.
I thought we were gonna get that, like when he came out with the first promo.
Then I thought that Uncle Howdy was to call him back into who he was. Like I thought that was the act, right? I thought that was always supposed to be the act. I thought that
I want him to come back. Here's what I want. Deadass. I want him to come back and kill Uncle Howdy. Kill him. I want Bray Wyatt to kill Uncle Howdy off, and then move on with that. That's perfect way to just end that whole story with Uncle Howdy, and then we get Bray. Like, listen, I learned a lot from you, but I've now surpassed everything I need to learn from you, and this part of myself is going to be destroyed, and he destroys it. Whether it's throwing him into a fire, whatever it may do whatever you want to do. Kill Uncle Howdy off, move on. It's not working.
This is why it's not working, because it's not even giving it a chance to work.
I gave it freaking 5-6 months. Listen, and now he's injured, and now like they put him with Bobby Lashley all of a sudden. It made no goddamn sense. Let's be real. And I was waiting for it to come all together, and maybe I do got to give him like another year. I'll be, oh shit, that makes months. That makes sense. But I don't have faith in this.
I think this, like, if we really talking about, and we really in the weeds with Bray, but if we're really talking about if we're really talking about a schizophrenia gimmick, right? Or we're talking about a gimmick where a person's trying, again, trying to be better.
Yeah.
And the inner self of him, or somebody that is a
The inner demons, right? Yep, we're damn frozen again. But I think what Chris is getting at is like the inner demons of Bray coming to battle him. And if that was told on screen, I'm telling you, like if that was told on screen, I would have been hooked the entire way. If that was like, listen, Bray's having corrupt thoughts, but at the same time, he wants to do better. He almost is okay. You're back. You're frozen for a little bit. He wants to do better, but at the same time, he might hurt, a competitor in the way he doesn't want to. But then he's conflicted on that, and it's just a repetitive thing. But then he now joined the side of Uncle Howdy. Now he's coming down with him.
That's what the story was telling. He was telling LA Knight, listen, brother, you a good dude. You got a bright business. Stay the fuck away from me. I ain't that nigga. And Bray was like, well, let me talk to you. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? And that nigga, Uncle Howdy, was like, show that nigga. Show him who you are. Show that nigga. Show him who you are. Show that nigga. And Bray was like, no. Like, yeah, I know it's corny. It's cockamamie. They probably could have did a little bit better with somebody else, but I'm following it. I know it ain't the best, but I do feel like Act 1 would have got us to Act 2. I think Uncle Howdy being a real presence by Bray's side and really being a puppet master and when Bray's trying to go right, he sends him left. And when Bray wants to go left, he sends him right. And I think Howdy would have sent them right into the direction where he needed to be, going after Cody. Because again, this character.
But once you have somebody come out and say, the winner of Brock and Bobby, I want to fight, like that's not Bray. Like, what the fuck is the motivation for that? Why? There's nothing to that, And then Brock is like, no, I'm not fighting him at WrestleMania.
This goes back to your point. Well, everybody loves Bray, and so he wanted to see him at WrestleMania like Bobby Lashley.
Not that way, man. I love Bray, I love Bobby, I love Brock, I love all three of those guys. That doesn't mean that you just have Bray come out there and just say in the mic something that doesn't make sense storyline wise. If you want to book a match, cool, I'm for booking. But for telling the story, you could have done something at the Royal Rumble to book it to make sense backstage. You could have done an angle at the Royal Rumble, Elimination Chamber. He could have bumped into Brock. He could have bumped into Bobby. He could have been like, Bobby could have just sunned him or something like, yo, get your ass out of my face. I got a match to do. Just something small to make it make sense. And then Bray's looking at him like, oh, I think we got our next target. And he starts playing games with him. Then he just ties it all together. And then now he's injured or sick or whatever, he's not able to compete at WrestleMania, and he just kills it. And then on top of that, Bobby Lashley's now hurt because of that, where he has had a great year, beat Brock and all this.
Y'all said Bobby was hurt going into the Bray feud. So which one is it, man?
Who's hurt?
You said Bobby was hurt going into the feud. You said
no. I'm saying that Bray's hurt now going into
saying I know you said Bobby was. You said that Bobby was hurt being in the feud with Bray. Is that
Listen,
not like?
I was not saying that. What I was trying to say is that the storyline made no sense. Listen, do you think that I would be against a Bobby Lashley Bray Wyatt match? Two guys who I love? No, that's not what I'm against. I'm against how you get there from just a week of Bray saying, yes, yeah, I'm just want to call somebody out. After he's told this Uncle Howdy story, it doesn't connect to me personally. And I think that if you would have been more creative, just the same thing with the Rhea Charlotte thing, you got to be a little bit more creative with getting people excited for a match and a reason behind it. I think in WrestleMania time, I mean, if this was like going out and you guys have a match at a random Extreme Rules, fine. But WrestleMania time, I think every match should have some level of story to it, some level of motivation to it, some little backstory, even if it's just, hey, I want the title or something, like that's a motivation. But with Bray and Bobby Lashley, it didn't work for me. And then it was saying, oh, you're playing games and all this stuff. Listen, you want a match at WrestleMania, cool. But now all in all, I think Bobby still gets hurt. Not from having the match, but hurt from not having the match. Not that he was hurt by having the match in the first place. I'm saying that the storyline was hurting. The match itself could have been great, but at this point, Bobby's not going to even have the match, which is even worse after the year he's had, and with, the United States Championship run, Brock Lesnar, everything he's done up to that point, the turn. Yeah, man, it sucks for Bobby. Honestly, now either he's putting the Andre Memorial Battle Royal, he gets to win that trophy, and then that's it. No, he deserves a big spot at WrestleMania, something where it's he gets a moment, but unfortunately, it might not be this year.
I'm gonna be controversial and say I don't think Bobby Lashley had as great of a year as we thought he did. And
compared to some other people who are having matches, I think he did. Like, I think that he's one of the guys this year who you saw from WrestleMania to WrestleMania consistently putting on good matches, consistently, in character, and that's what I mean. I'm not saying that he's like number one on your list.
No. But this is a great point. I'm glad that we're here. Last WrestleMania, he had a match against Omos. We weren't really necessarily excited about that match because it was a few thrown together.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? So it wasn't necessarily like.
But it had a story to it, though.
Well, I mean, the story was involving MVP, right?
Exactly.
It wasn't as.
That's better than him being the Andre Memorial Battle Royal. What's up, Rich?
Is it better than Bray and Howdy? If we talking and keeping it a buck, like, because I think it's on the same level, and I think that Bray clearly is a better performer than Omos. So, like, I'm thinking that the story, I think that you could continue the story a little bit because you didn't continue anything.
I think that the Omos story had more storytelling, but it's better storytelling than the Bray story. To be quite honest.
So how do we? When you say that, do you say then if you do that, and we talking about continuity, and we talking about incorporating last year to this year, how does MVP and Omos come to Bobby and say that we're trying to help you when last year is the way it is, or we're trying to do the Hurt Business, or like how does Bobby and Omos?
Let's just say something real quickly. We all know, me and you, we know the Hurt Business should have never been disbanded. The Hurt Business should have never been disbanded. Vince is now gone. Now it's a chance for us to bring it back and do something the right way. In my mind, you can bring Carmelo into it. You can have Omos in it. You can have MVP and Bobby. Whatever you want, you can bring the Hurt Business back in effect. Because since then, Shelton hasn't done a goddamn thing. Cedric hasn't done a goddamn thing. To be honest, I would not necessarily keep Shelton in it. I think he can do something else as a babyface more now. But I would do a different version of the Hurt Business right now. At this point right now, with Triple H in charge, I think that you can get a Hurt Business angle against a Bray Wyatt and make it happen at WrestleMania, where we'd be like, well, we got a Hurt Business back and Bray Wyatt, or a Hurt Business and, with Omos and Brock. Like, there's a lot that you can put together to make it more exciting for these angles, in my opinion. With the excitement, just the curiosity, because they already had the MVP angle a week ago, or a couple weeks ago. Well, before, it was a couple months ago, where MVP came to Bobby. And he's like, yo, you want to get the group back together? And he's like, nah, I'm on my own. Thank you very much. But it could have been him trying to convince him over time. And eventually Bobby's like, you know what?
According to Rich right now, he's saying that there's no actual meaningful rivalry match or story. The actual meaningful rivalry match storylines with Brock Lesnar. Having Bobby and Brock at WrestleMania, I don't know why the fuck that's not happening. I still think until the match happens, I think it's Bobby and Brock.
It's not about being Brock.
So I'm
signed contracts.
I'm not moved off that. I'm moved off that.
Omos and Bobby's happening.
Yo, nigga, Omos gonna get pinned by Brock, and I'm still gonna be like, I'm waiting on Bobby.
At this point, they should make it a triple threat because Bobby ain't got nothing to do. Like, shit, like something. But like, it seems like they're putting him on the SmackDown in the Andre Memorial Battle Royal, and if he doesn't even win that, then it's like, damn, y'all really, need to help Bobby out, man. Like, it's just unfortunate the way things are lining up for him, because he did have a really good United States Championship run. Him and Walter were right there. Him and Gunther were right there. I told you, Prestige was at an all-time high with the championships at the same time. He had a great triple threat match with Seth Rollins and Austin Theory. He had a couple of great matches with Seth Rollins, one-on-one on Raw, with Austin Theory, one-on-one. He's been great this year. I'm sorry if it's been under the radar. But Bobby needs more than the Andre Memorial Battle Royal at SmackDown, in my opinion. And it's unfortunate that we're not going to see him. He might not even be in WrestleMania. He might just be on SmackDown. That sucks. If not, bring him like in a segment with like Stone Cold or something, or I don't know, do something with him and somebody.
Did you just say Stone Cold?
You know what I mean? WrestleMania angle, WrestleMania spots. You know, they just put somebody together, like just Stone Cold stunned somebody like in almost every WrestleMania.
So you would rather Bobby get stunned?
I think he should get paid to be on WrestleMania. Put it that way. If he has to get stunned to do it, then yes. I don't care. Listen, but like he should have a moment, even if it's not that, where he should put somebody in the hurt lock at WrestleMania. Like, come on, man. Is that too much to ask? He's on a freaking SmackDown and a Battle Royal? That sucks. Sorry, it's not good enough.
Listen, man, I would say this. In regards to WrestleMania, I never thought that Bobby would miss the show. I realistically think that Bobby will probably always told Bray, get the fuck out of my way, get out of my face.
What if he just interferes and helps Omos beat Brock? That's cool. That's full circle from last year, and her business is like in effect bigger, better than ever. And then Carmelo joins them on Monday night. Like that will be crazy.
You big on this Carmelo thing, ain't you, brother?
I think that the picture
with Nolo.
I think that MVP and Carmelo should be a thing. And if MVP is creating her business, then Carmelo should be right by his side. And Carmelo should be the rock of this group. In my opinion, that you get him to be the upstart who then starts to butt heads with Bobby down the road, and then they have their own feud down the line. Yeah, I think that would like that. You know, put him in a suit. You know, get him up on the main roster.
Carmelo being the rock of the Hurt Business and feuding with the Farouk of that is Bobby Lashley. Good God.
You think that's not good? You wouldn't be locked into that? Get out of here, yo.
I know, but what I'm saying, that's what I'm saying. Good God. Carmelo and Bobby as Carmelo's first feud, and then
not his first feud, man.
No, it would be his first, his first. It would be. I mean, Carmelo will be feuding within the Hurt Business, but as far as his feud with his first real feud, like it would be when Rocky's first real feud is when he broke out against Farouk, and it was like, man,
nah, he had a couple of feuds before that, man. Even in Nation and Domination, he had Intercontinental Championship, you know, all that stuff. I would not break I will not break the fashion down. I'm just saying that they would have a feud, and then you know it will move on, you know, with either Bobby at the helm or Carmelo at the helm, just like a budding rivalry of like egos. You know, it doesn't have to break the feud, break the group up.
Well, I mean, I would say essentially it possibly will break the feud up because like break the faction up because again, you say it's Carmelo, Omos, Bobby, and who? Trick. You know, Trick signed with Melo, so now it's Trick, Melo, and Omos beating down Bobby.
Here's what it is.
Okay, so we build it up to break it down. Okay, exactly.
No, there's still the Hurt Business without Bobby. There's still the Hurt Business without Bobby. You realize that? Like, you can still have a group without somebody being in the group anymore.
Well, my thing is that essentially, like, there isn't a group without Bobby.
And let's be real. All groups have to come to an end one day. And it's not like any group stays forever. Like, come on.
Except the New Day and the Bloodline.
The Bloodline's coming to end too.
Nigga, when? Who breaking the Bloodline? You'll see. This year, it's over. Solo, Jay, they gonna have to turn eventually. It's gonna be Roman versus Jay eventually again. It's gonna be Roman versus Solo eventually, right? Nah, it's not gonna be Roman versus Solo. What happened is this is how Solo gets this. This is how Solo gets his first loss in the family don't break up. Cody wins. I don't think Cody wins now at WrestleMania, but say he does. Cody beats Roman. Roman wants to, he got to get back at Cody. But there is like
Money in the Bank or something, and Solo is up the ladder. And Roman look at this thing is get out, get the fuck down right now. You know what I'm saying? Or it's a number one contenders match or some shit like that, and Solo wins it where Roman's not involved, and Roman comes down and is like, I challenge you for your number one contender spot. And Solo's like, what? No, man, I work for this. I got Cody next. We can do this. And Roman's like, lay down, count the
See,
one.
I like where you're going, bro. I like where you're going. But let's be real. Let's be real. Jay's the man. Jay is the one who should be Money in the Bank winner this year. Jay is the one who should win Money in the Bank. And that just stirs the pot right away. Because what is he going to do? Give it to freaking Roman? Or is he going to cash it in for himself? Who's the real tribal chief? And Jay, with the history that he's had a Roman, it calls it an interesting time. And now Solo, I'm going to be honest with you. Is him and Cody facing on Monday this week?
Yeah.
Cody should win that match clean.
No.
Cody can't win that.
Absolutely.
He cannot lose that going into WrestleMania. With the stakes that are on WrestleMania, Cody's the perfect one and the road to WrestleMania to beat Solo.
No.
I like the story too, Rich, but it should be Jay. Let's be real.
No, Solo doesn't get beat now because a win on Monday Night Raw means nothing, right? You get a smash finish, that's fine. I think realistically, Solo first loss has to come at a detrimental time where he has to either pick a side, right? This loss right now was inconsequential to the story of Solo. Right, I think
it's not about Solo, it's about Cody right now.
No, but that's the point. Like that's what I'm saying. So it's inconsequential. It's inconsequential to Solo. Solo's first loss don't have to come at Cody. Cody's already got his path. Cody don't need to knock down another. Remember, like this is an MJF, right? The MJF is not telling you have to win against niggas to get.
This is Cody's boost to beat one of the most dominant champions of all time. He needs to beat an undefeated competitor and his cousin.
Bro,
like
Cody's
that.
Cody's been,
right now. Solo is not the main focus. He doesn't need to be.
Cody's been competing this whole fucking time. He needs to beat Solo all of a sudden. Like, no,
they booked the match already, and WrestleMania's in a week. He has to beat him
they
clean.
booked the match for it to be a smash, nigga. They didn't book the match for Solo to get the fucking loss.
Okay.
Like
he's facing the biggest baby face in the company, but he's not gonna lose. All right, we'll see.
Yeah. Just like Kevin Owens. Hey, listen, we talking about pantheons and baby faces, right? It's Cody, it's Seth, it's Sammy, it's KO.
Thank you, Rich.
Listen, what you might be right, but they absolutely right. Nigga, he's not winning, bro. He's not winning. The nigga's gonna hit the Cody Cutter.
I'm gonna tell you exactly how this shit gonna be. Cody's gonna hit the Cody Cutter, and guess what? Somebody gonna pull him out the ring, super kick, and it's gonna bing, 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 and they gonna beat the shit out of this nigga, and they gonna set up the fucking where Sammy and KO come out, and it's gonna be Usos Solo versus Cody, KO, and Sammy. I bet whatever money I got right now.
That'd be crazy. I mean, I honestly can see that happening. I honestly see that happening, but I'm going with a clean finish. It's Cody's moment.
Let's. I don't know what we can put. Listen, loser pays for a bill around this motherfucker. Like,
okay, got you. We'll see.
Yo, I don't think Solo will beat the road.
I got StreamYard next month. Shit.
I don't think Solo would be the. I hear you, right? I understand what you're saying. Like, you know, I get it. Where you feel like it will catapult him. What was that?
You guys have a dog?
Hell no, them niggas in there. Nigga, I'm in the garage. That shit, listen now. Like, y'all falling through the door or some shit. Nigga, damn. Interrupted the podcast like a motherfucker. It's her grown ass. I thought it was the kids, man. Anyway. I honestly think realistically, yes, Cody's gonna have a strong showing against Solo. Solo's gonna have a showing of weakness, right? Where he's not gonna seem like he's ready. I think Cody will out wrestle him. I think Cody will outsmart him. Solo will be more of a brute, beat him down, give Cody a real shiner up, right? But I ultimately think that this isn't the go. This is the go home show. This is the go home show.
Exactly. That's why I'm saying he's gonna win.
Nigga, hell no, he ain't losing. What, nigga? No.
You gotta understand. Solo ain't
no
what you think he is.
No, they about to get as much.
They've been telling you all week he ain't ready. He ain't ready. He ain't ready. So Cody gonna beat him.
Listen. Pay attention. Remember Roman did the exact same thing to the Usos. Remember when Roman told the Usos, nigga, y'all need to get focused, nigga. Y'all need to get ready. And when they didn't look like they was gonna win, that nigga Roman said, fuck, nigga. Knock the nigga out DQ. Like, I'm telling you right now, yes, Solo's gonna look like that. Solo's gonna look like that. He ain't motherfucking ready. But what I'm telling you
What's
is
up,
that
X?
what's good, X? What I think is that Solo and motherfucking and Cody's gonna have a burner. I don't think Solo gonna lose. I don't think Solo gonna lose.
Solo's losing clean this week. Pat, I bet you right now. We can bet a bill. I got stream. Hey, if I lose, I'll pay streamer next month. Bet. All right. Shit.
Oh man. All right. So on the docket, next we had I guess we can go into since it's WWE, let's do Charlotte and Rhea, kind of like, you know, what we feeling about that, and then we can make our WrestleMania predictions and we ride over to AEW.
For sure.
So with Charlotte and Rhea, okay, Rich say going home. So now I think about it. That's what I'm saying. Brother. That's what I'm saying.
I think that we'll get the brawl for sure, but he's losing, bro. This is it. Solo's not undefeated after tomorrow. I'm sorry, guys. After Monday. But okay, I hear y'all.
Yeah.
But yeah, let's move on to Charlotte and Rhea. I want there to be a switch in the dynamic between these two.
Okay.
Like I always said, you know, Charlotte's been sunning and kind of, you know, talking down to Rhea the entire time. And Charlotte, the problem with Charlotte is that she talks down to everybody. It's the same promos over and over again. That's why the freaking fans are booing the shit ever. Even though technically she's not a heel yet. Like, she came in as a babyface, won the title. She's not really done any heel shit. But we all know Charlotte's best.
Has she talked down to Rhea though?
A little bit, yeah.
I
mean, her up too. But she's
go ahead, because I would say that it's warranted to some degree, because like listen, baby girl,
every time they face, she's beating her. Yeah, everything.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, yeah. Listen, baby girl, you're doing a lot. You're doing good. You know what I'm saying? It's almost like Steph seeing LeBron in the finals, right? Steph is an unanimous MVP. Steph wins the title, like he gets but when Bron gets when he pull his britches up and he make that motherfucking block in the paint and he look at that nigga, like, now you know who I am, right? It's no disrespect to who you are. You're a bad motherfucker, but what you ain't is me. And I think Charlotte has always been like, yo, Sasha, you great. You ain't me. Naomi, you're very athletic and you ain't me. Nikki Bree, y'all did great, but y'all know y'all ain't me. Natty, thank you for all your superiority. You ain't me. Like, Charlotte ain't really talking a lot of shit.
But
she just
with Becky, she can't really say that.
Listen, Becky's her KD. If Charlotte's LeBron, Becky's her Kevin Durant, nigga.
Damn, but so she ain't here either. But I mean, here's the thing. That's what basically you're saying. All right, but I mean,
I mean, listen, KD has LeBron. They beat him twice in the finals, right?
Mhm.
And essentially, a lot of people believe that when KD is firing on all cylinders, he's the best player in the NBA.
Mhm.
Becky firing all cylinders with the machine behind her,
yeah,
wrestler acclimate, the mic work.
yeah, one of the best in the world.
She's
Yeah.
exactly. So that's what and in that space, she beat Charlotte.
Yeah,
And I think that in KD's situation, when he has the backing of a Klay Thompson and when he got the machine behind him, like I can hit the
That's
shot on
silly.
LeBron and be the man. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like,
I feel you. I mean, I hear you, but I mean, what makes LeBron interesting is that he's a polarizing figure. It's just like Charlotte. She's a polarizing figure. 11-11, make a wish. But she's a polarizing figure, and I think that like LeBron, sometimes you gotta play the villain, and that's what Charlotte is best at, playing the villain. Like you have to be the person who is willing to let the person shine, especially a youngster like Rhea Ripley, who's finally found her stride. She has to get this victory. And if I'm booking it, I'm booking a double turn. And I love my double turns. I don't always get it, but this one, it makes perfect sense. Charlotte, you don't need to be a babyface at all. But I think that a gritty, far hard for a battle with Rhea, where Charlotte has to the ref gets knocked, ref bump, and Charlotte's like, you know what? The fans are booing me because I don't think she's gonna get cheered. They're booing her. All right, bet. Time to turn it up. Hit her with the championship. The ref wakes up. 1, 2. Charlotte kicks out. Crowd goes crazy. Like something like that. And then Rhea. Rhea kicks out. Crowd goes crazy. Rhea then can take the victory. And you make a new star just like that, like a huge mega star in Rhea if she gets a double turn. And after that, we have the Judgment Day thing play out where she leaves them eventually because I don't think she can be a heel in that. I mean, babyface in that group.
Wait, do you don't want Rhea in Judgment Day anymore?
No, after she wins the championship, she's good. She leaves them. She'll need him. She'll need Dom.
Hold on now, you're tripping. You're tripping. Nigga, Rhea has the potential to be China right now. You know what I'm saying? Where I feel like that the crowd already. I mean, listen.
I will say this.
Judgment Day needs some gold, right? For them to be
Finn, Cody. Maybe not. You don't like it? You don't like that? Who wins that Finn Hell in a Cell match? By the way, I don't know. It can go either way.
I think for the most part we already know that SummerSlam or not SummerSlam. Around that time, like Edge's last match is going to take place. So he can take a loss now, take a win on the way out. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Now when we talk about, I realistically think that Finn, Rhea, and Damian kicks out Dom. Wow. And I think at this point, I need Finn and Damian
to go after KO and Sammy.
Yes,
I can see that.
I need that faction to be as close to dominant as it can possibly be on a mid tier, because I believe that
I still don't think you kick out Dom though.
But that's fine. I
Dom getting a victory over his dad at WrestleMania, in some dirty way, and then you get the tag division going, and then Rhea's maybe a tweener, like you say. That could possibly be, her she getting cheers and boos, Yeah, I can see that.
Yeah, because I realistically feel as if that
when Rhea is talking about I'm hitting your insecurities, like Charlotte gave a soliloquy about like yeah, we know what the definition of those words are, but like realistically, like she's saying, what is the character of Charlotte without the championship?
Oh,
Like that is essentially what Rhea has been getting at this whole
it's so
time.
true. It's true.
It's like, what is Charlotte? Not even in the confines of this business, because nigga, you can be a good wrestler without the championship. Like you just did, like Seth Rollins is doing it right now.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying? Like you can be a mainstay and be the best in the world without having a title. But
Seth
who
is
is
one of the
you?
best in the world, especially because he can do that.
But who is you, Charlotte? Who is you? Now, my thing is, can you call yourself queen without being a champion? Yeah, you can. Now, I don't think Charlotte needs to turn. Dom can help her win the title.
Dom can help who?
Dom can help Rio. Dom, like Dom can hold Charlotte's legs down on the pin. Ref doesn't see it. Rhea wins the cheat.
I think that's so wrong, because at this point, with Rhea losing to Charlotte so many times before, I need Rhea to whoop Charlotte's ass once and for all. It's happened to.
She's not going to do that when. That's what I'm saying.
Oh my
like,
god!
I'm hearing you. I'm not trying to not let you land, but this is my thing. You know what I'm saying? What's good, Conrad? What's good,
What's up?
I appreciate y'all tapping in, man. This shit feel live, my nigga. You know what I'm saying? I ain't gonna
For real,
hold
everybody's
y'all,
tapping
man.
in tonight. It's late too. I appreciate the love.
Y'all, man. I appreciate y'all. What I would say is that I hear you when you say Rhea needs to beat Charlotte's ass, right?
She needs to get a clean victory. I think that Charlotte needs to fight from underneath eventually, yo.
But
and whether that's as a heel or as a face.
But see, that's the fight. That's the feat. That's what I'm saying. You can extend the feud by Charlotte saying, "You can't beat me. You couldn't beat me without help."
At WrestleMania, though, Charlotte needs to tell Domino, sit your ass backstage, and I got this. And she has to like, yo, focus on your daddy.
For her to lose?
For her to win.
No, but this is what I'm saying. Ultimately, like, listen, this is my point. Charlotte at her best, really, like, let's keep it a buck. This ain't no booking feud. This ain't no fantasy like this. Charlotte at her best, Rhea's not that.
You don't know that. We have no idea about that.
We do know.
How do we know that?
Listen, we're seeing Rhea right now at her best.
I don't know that. I think Rhea's just getting started.
We seen when she started Judgment Day, we saw it. When she went after Bianca, we saw it. When she was dominant in the Royal Rumble, we saw it. Rhea is at the peak of her fucking game, bro. She is character-wise, dominance-wise. Nobody's fucking with her.
We will come back on this over the years and we'll talk about this. But I'm telling you right now, Rhea Ripley has just found herself this year, so it feels like she's at the peak. But I think she has a long way to go, and I think that she can be the hottest babyface in WWE at one point. Actually, I think she can be the hottest heel at some point. I think she has that potential.
Boom.
She's not gone there yet.
Boom. That's my point. Charlotte isn't the baby face to get her over, but if they're trying to tell a story, yes, we got some people that's going to cheer for Rhea, but we got some people that's going to feel the same way that you do and say it's cheated. You didn't earn it. You didn't win it the way that you need to, and that is a heel.
I got you. And I just think that with the way that people have gravitated towards Mommy, the way that Bobby has come into her own and she got her whole vibe and the way she pinned her, the way she wrestled, everything is like
the vibe from Dom. No, let's keep it a buck. She ain't become.
She had the vibe before that.
Hold on, she ain't become Mommy till Dom called her Mommy, bro.
True. But I mean, it works. But that just adds to the flavor because we all knew that Rhea had something banging before that.
I would have called her Mommy without Dom. Let's give it a bet.
I think we all would. Shit.
She would have forced that on us one way or another.
Yo, man, but yo, for real though, like I think she's more confident in the ring. Everything about it works.
Yes, no,
But I think I see her as a babyface. I really do, and I think that over time, she will. Over time, she will be a big star, a babyface one day. I think she can do both. One of those few guys or girls like Becky Lynch that can really do both.
but see, that's and that's why I said boom. I think it works that I feel like she can continue being a heel, right? And it can continuously build Charlotte because I think they want to find a way for Charlotte to be desirable by the
She's
fans.
not.
I understand.
I think she's desirable as a person outside. Like when she's like a regular person, actually, she's cool.
But this is
Charlotte is like we
no,
look at her
but
as,
that's not true. Listen, this is what I'm trying to say. Well, Money Mayweather grown into Money Mayweather because he essentially came out and was like, none of y'all motherfuckers fucking with me. And essentially over time, he was like, yeah, nobody's fucking with this nigga. And you got some people on the other side was like, man, I can't wait to Ricky Hatton or whoever the fuck, nigga. And Floyd's like, bah.
But Floyd is a heel.
Like nobody's
we
really...
can't act like Floyd ain't a heel. Floyd's always been a heel.
No, Floyd's a baby, dog.
He's not a baby. He's a heel with a baby face pop to some people. You know, like he's a heel though. Like we all love Floyd to like, yo, that nigga's crazy. That nigga's talking his shit, but he's a fucking heel. Anytime he talks some heel shit. His promos are all heel promos. Let's cut it out. Like Charlotte's the same way.
Yo, hold on. This is what I'm trying to tell you. Floyd it's always heel because the niggas say, yo, I know this the biggest fight of your life. I know you put in the most work you ever put in, but it don't fucking matter. That's not a heel. That's just saying I'm fucking better than you, brother. Like yo, hold on. Okay, let's use UFC for example, right? Daniel Cormier. Daniel Cormier was a babyface. Daniel Cormier was a baby. Everybody loved Daniel Cormier.
He's big. Yeah.
But guess what? He just can't beat John Jones.
And John Jones is a heel.
Oh, no. Did you not see John Jones come back to that babyface pop, nigga?
Yes. I'm telling you right now, though. We can't act like the narrative on John Jones is that he's just been babyface. Like, there's a difference between him and Daniel Kermit. We know John Jones is a heel, but he has a babyface pop because he hasn't been around. Listen, I'll tell you right now, if Charlotte goes away for 2 years and he doesn't wrestle, when he come back, it's going to be a pop. It's going to be a pop, just like that. Like, it's just, she's naturally a heel. Like, that's what it is. You know, you can do about that. Your dad is one of the best heels of all time. But even Ric Flair wasn't a great babyface.
But this is what I'm saying with John Jones and the Charlotte Flair comparison, right? Or the Floyd Mayweather comparison. Sometimes, yes, you are a heel because your shit popping is so truth. You know what I'm saying? Like it's listen, Stipe, great fighter. Francis, I really think is a great fighter. He knocked out coming off of not fighting for 2 years was the fucking champion. He was a good fighter. But John Jones, as heel as he is the purest babyface because what a babyface tell you he gonna do? He's John Cena, right? He's like a babyface.
I'm telling you right now, John Jones is a babyface because he had years of us not seeing him fight, and we all knew he was the best. So like it's like when you have absence make the heart grow fonder. That's what it is. You know, if he was talking shit this entire time and beating niggas' asses, and being on steroids,
So Charlotte's absence didn't make you grow fonder when she won the title from Ronda?
No, because she won it over Ronda Rousey and a fucking
from Ronda.
I'm being honest with you. If that's how you want to twist it, okay, go for it. I'll let you have it.
Bro, hold on. Ronda's reign was a reign of terror. Can we say that?
Listen, man, I'm not gonna besmirch Ronda Rousey. I'm not gonna jump on the bandwagon like many people are, just trying to just kick her while she's down. Listen, I appreciate Ronda. Ronda is a former UFC bantamweight champion, multi-time. So I can't take her and act like she has no place in this field and what she's doing is not shit. She should have been champion. Was it the greatest run? No, I think she has a better run in her down the line. I think that, me personally, and I'm glad that I have respect for her to be a real day in, day out wrestler. She has a kid at home.
Absolutely.
She hasn't left, even with people booing her and all that shit. People cracking on her promo. She could easily take her check and go home and say, "Yo, hit me up when WrestleMania is around. Hit me up when SummerSlam." You know, she wrestles week in, week out. So I respect Ronda for that. So I ain't gonna talk down on her. But yes, her run wasn't all that. But I wouldn't say she's a babyface because she beat Ronda. Even the title change was like a fluke to me, like randomly. Like it just didn't work for me. So like this whole, if you guys would have booked it better, I could have gotten behind her and Ronda, and it could have been something. But it wasn't. It was just like, let's just give Charlotte the title again because right now we need something to change, and that's what they did. So at this point, the whole title reign with Charlotte has been whacked too, and this is the best moment she's ever had. And now, unfortunately, it's against Rhea Ripley, who's also one of the hottest females in the game right now, and she needs to win clean.
Bro, what's up with this clean winning you talking about, nigga? Like
I think that
everybody needs to go over clean, nigga. Like, come on, brother.
That's the name of the pod. Go over clean.
Are you clean? You know what I'm saying? That should be listen, fellas, ladies, right? Let's the quick pivot. All right. That should be the question you always ask. Are you clean? Figuratively and proverbially and figuratively. You know what I'm saying? Are you clean? You know what I'm saying?
I'm moving right along, man.
Yeah,
where we at now?
When you get home from the club, hop in the shower. Come on, brother. Don't hop in the bed. Wash your feet off. We know you took your shoes off in the club. Go on, put those feet in the tub, girl. Fellas, you wore those boxers all day. Go get your stinking ass in the shower. Okay. Are you clean?
Are you clean?
This segment is brought to you. Wash your ass.
This nigga stupid as hell, yeah.
We approaching. What you expect? We approaching midnight. I done took bomber and something like that. Yes.
Man, yo, everybody's winning clean, dog.
Let's just make a quick pivot to AEW. One more time before we leave. We talk one women's championship match for WWE. Let's give a quick shout out to Binky. We love you, Bianca. Shout out to Tez. We'll never be disrespectful because I know you got guns more than me. So I got some, but I ain't got enough. So, no disrespect.
You only need one. Shit, you can't. You only need one.
Where's our residence again, nigga? You need one for every room around this motherfucker.
Oh wow, yeah.
Shout out to Florida and DeSantis.
Yeah, so let's pivot to AEW. Let's talk about somebody out with guns. Jay Cargill.
Great pivot. Shout out to Austin and Colton. You know what I'm saying? We fuck with y'all boys. I mean, y'all little Nepo babies. Listen, niggas get mad at Nepo babies. I ain't gonna hold you. Take every advantage you can get in this motherfucker. You did, like, this world don't give you shit. So if you can get something without working for it, nigga, go grab that shit.
Listen, man, you still got to put in work with nepotism.
Shut up.
Yeah.
Come on, bro. Like, come on. Niggas don't talk about that.
Yeah.
Niggas don't.
Unless it's like $1 billion nepotism where it's like,
oh, gotta take the opportunity and run with it. Why? Don't talk about that.
Yeah, you should gotta actually do something. Yeah. But
you know what I'm saying? Austin and Colton, they still get out there, take their bumps. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, the guns, man. They got to drop those titles, man. They're gonna take their bumps, and FTR, I don't see them leaving.
Fuck that. Leave, brothers. Leave. Chaos.
FTR is taking those titles, man. FTR, you know, with them, I see what their story and what they've done for AEW and for tag team wrestling has been remarkable. They've wrestled everywhere. I think that kind of feel like they haven't got the respect they deserve, but I feel like they do. Honestly, I think
Well,
they
I
do.
mean, when we talk about Bray Wyatt, right? And you was asking, is he salvageable? Like, just go back and think about the revival back in WWE, right? They come up, we're thinking that all the dream
Mhm.
matches, them and the Usos, them and the New Day, them and at the
Mhm.
time, the OC, you know what I'm saying? Like, just the things that can be, and they get hurt again, and all of a sudden, is the juice worth the squeeze? And then they lose passion because, listen, we're not gonna come back and just get, you know what I'm saying, get continue to throw them down in the dumps and shit like.
Yeah.
What's happening, youngin? Take your little badass to sleep.
Shout out to CJ.
I would say this, like, they are, when you ask, can you be salvageable when things aren't going your way? I will look at the revival. I will look at Dash and Dax and Cash as examples of, well, maybe we just got to get our shit together. You know what I'm saying? And not necessarily like, get our shit together, but like, let's get our shit together. Like, we gotta take some time, figure out, like you say, purpose, passion, get healthy, and honestly go our own path. When we talked about it last week about Drew Galloway, we talked about it with Bobby Lashley, we talked about it with Cody Rhodes, we talked about several people. We look at Mercedes Moné right now, right? We look Trinity, right? Officially, unofficially, officially not, with WWE. She confirmed it. You know what I'm saying? And realistically, like, when you find your purpose and your passion and follow your path, then yes, you will be rejuvenated. And you will then become as valuable that you perceive to be. And when you're valuable, fuck the salvageable shit. Like, nigga, I'm valuable, nigga. Like, this ain't no scraps you put together, nigga. Like, now I'm a piece, I'm an asset, I'm something of reverence. And
I think the FTR, their main event act, their main event act.
Yeah.
I mean that by, like, you can put them in the tag division and the tag division becomes a main event storyline. So why not give them a good contract and keep them in AEW? Man, y'all need tags that are that strong to go, or else it's just the Young Bucks usurping all the air in the room. Like, you need somebody to be like, all right, you can't have this Young Bucks and then big ass drop off to like the Guns after that, and Acclaim. You need another strong tag team. And now the Guns, they're no slouches. I mean, they're a good heel team, and the Acclaim is good babyface team, but they're young. These guys who are veterans in the game, who the fans want to see in big spots, whether it be tag matches or ladder matches, tag team, table match, whatever it may be, these big angles. FTR still has a lot to do in AEW. They're such a big asset to the company, I think. And I think they're just getting started in a ways. And if they leave, it'll be a huge hit to AEW's roster, man, in a big way, in my mind, bigger than people may think. So no, I don't see them leaving. I see them beating the Guns for the championship. And yeah, the Guns did their whole funeral angle. They, rest in peace to FTR. We beat them and they're gone forever. Now they made the return at Revolution, and now we set up this tag match. Now it's time. Like, all right, bet. AEW, career against the championship, and I think it's perfect stakes. And this gives a light to the Guns in a big spot. So I think this is perfect.
But my thing is, why is it a perfect stakes though? Like, what? Like, that's my difficulty with the understanding of why is this match against the Guns so significant? Because listen, y'all boys is back. Get back refreshed. You know what I'm saying? Like, yes, you lost every title that you had, and you can say it started with the Guns beating you. But why is this so significant that you have to put your career on the line? Like, just challenge the boys. No, nobody's in front of you. Nobody,
because they wouldn't agree to the match. They're like, no, we're not having a match with you. They said no, and they're like, oh wait, you're gonna say you're gone forever if we beat you? All right, bet we can get rid of you. And if the Guns do win, they get to say they took out FTR. So like, that's why the stakes matter to me. That's why it's like, okay, this match is something that people need to see.
Okay.
Yeah.
I can rock with that. I can rock with that.
And with all the speculation of them leaving to go to WE, it's perfect. I think it's good booking.
Now, what else is a match that you're willing to see on the AEW side? Is there anything else? I know you talked about you're excited about Adam Cole coming back. So
Yes,
are you
Adam
excited about
Cole,
Adam Cole and Daniel Garcia?
Bay. Listen, man, you told me a couple weeks ago that Adam Cole, he's not hot enough and to go after MJF. Dude, it didn't sound like it this week. The fans were fucking lit, like, and with Adam Cole being a story time with Adam Cole, like that, they were hooked immediately. And Daniel Garcia versus Adam Cole is set for next week, which I think is a good match. It's a great start match for Adam Cole to come back after his health issues, and I hope he's doing well. He says he feels great, so I think the back and forth with him and Daniel Garcia was one of the high spots of the week. Definitely for me, because we got to see Adam Cole on the mic again and him talk his shit and say, "Listen, all I need is just the bell to ring." You've heard him say that before, and he used it again. And that's where he used against Daniel Garcia. So we're going to see the bell ring next week on Dynamite with Daniel Garcia one-on-one. And like I told you, if he beats Chris Jericho, which I think that's what's going to lead to, Adam Cole-Chris Jericho match, I think next is MJF. I think Adam Cole MJF has to come, or maybe not next, but at some point this year.
If we get Adam Cole and MJF, I'm sorry. If we get Adam Cole and Chris Jericho, I'm gonna motherfucking lose my shit.
It's the Ocho, man.
Okay, I understand. I'm letting you know right now, that's gonna be one of the most. Listen, we don't have a lot of friends. We don't have a lot of fans. We're gonna gain some if I get that fun. I'm going to try my best. Listen, I'm going to never play the clout game than ever before because I'm going to be so disrespectful. I'm going to try to go viral. That's going to be my fucking goal.
He made you famous last time you went off. Chris Jericho.
All I did retweet. I don't give a fuck. Now I don't give a fuck. Listen, we're going to do more than a retweet. I'm going to make that nigga come find me. Listen,
okay. I'm telling you, Adam Cole and Chris Jericho is down the corner.
It's not anything that I want to see.
Do you want to see Chris Jericho against anybody? Let me ask you. Can he help anybody?
Okay. I'm not going to sit here and disparage Chris Jericho as if he is not helpful, as if he's not worthy of helping anyone, as if he has not helped anyone. I was wrong. I said that nobody was coming to AEW to see Chris Jericho, and I am fucking wrong. However, you asked me a question. Is there somebody that he can assist? Yes. But guess who that fucking person ain't? Adam Cole, baby. Okay. Like, so what I'm trying to tell you is, if that motherfucker gets involved, listen, he already ruined Ricky Starks. Ricky Starks is already as cold as left out Zaxby's chicken tenders, my nigga. That nigga, now he with Juice Robinson? Are you fucking kidding me? My nigga goes from, I break away from Will Hobbs. I finally beat the biggest, baddest motherfucker that there is. I get catapulted into a championship match with the, oh my God, generational talent, MJF. I have a great match. I come out and give a great promo.
and I've been strapped with Chris Jericho, the helpful person that he is, for 3 fucking months. And my reward for that is Juice Robinson.
Listen, this is fodder
Jericho,
for
you
Ricky.
stay the fuck away from Adam Cole, bitch. You stay the fuck away from Adam Cole.
All right. According to Chris Jericho, he started people singing music in the crowd too. So this nigga's off one, yo. For real.
Bro.
Yo, he's the first, right? We've never sung anything else. Becky Lynch music, Sami Zayn. We never sung that shit.
I'm sorry. 300 sweaty ass motherfuckers not singing Glorious.
Glorious. Yeah. Word up, yo.
Niggas who never saw Nakamura on the roster was.
Oh yes. He's Chris Jericho's like.
What are you talking about?
Chris Jericho started everything.
Listen, I couldn't go back to CM Punk. I understood why CM Punk typed it out. It was like, man, this shit not even worth it. You know what I'm saying? Like, I could understand it. I could understand it. It's like Chris Jericho ain't never been nothing but a stooge, and be like, y'all know. You know what I'm saying? Like, all you have to fucking say it. You know, like.
Wow. Yeah, that's funny. Oh man. he said the quiet part out loud. And hey, like, you know what?
Oh man.
Chris Jericho is definitely a mark for himself. I think he needs to chill on that. But I'm telling you, Adam Cole is gonna happen with Chris Jericho, probably a double nothing, big angle, cage match, some shit. Watch. So get ready for it. Get ready for it.
Y'all get ready for it. I'm telling you.
Working out comedian material and I'm motherfucking come out here if that shit happened, nigga.
You ever seen
so AEW, listen, you are doing some good things, all right? First and foremost, you put Jade on TV. Okay, that's fantastic.
Thank you.
Exactly. She can stand out there and be a mute. Okay, now hold on. Don't put Jade out there and then have that white nigga Mark talk for her. Okay, if you gonna have Jade stand out there, she can talk to Renee. Layla possibly can talk to her. She can do sign language. Don't have Jade be there, and then I gotta hear Mark's voice. If you've ever been in a situation where you're trying to focus and then you hear like a commercial in the background or the song is on and then it goes to another song that gets you up, it's hard for you to stay. So I want to stay focused on Jay. All right. Help me stay focused on Jay.
I will say this though. I disagree. I think that
Mark's good.
Mark's good. Yeah. I think that especially with the angle of them like having the finishers, and he's like, yo, this is a cease and desist for using Jade's jaded finisher. It works.
Laptop, and if I'm trying to get it, I ain't trying to hear this nigga voice. You did.
I hear you, bro. He completely ruined the moment.
Yeah, yo, I ain't gonna hold you. She get on the joint and say, "Cut this shit, Renee." And you like, ooh.
Who's that boss bitch?
Again, Jade and Taya, I think is going to be really great. I think, like you say, Mark is doing a really good to help progress the feud. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, man. Jade, like I said, Jade and Ty is big clit energy. You know what I'm saying?
Big clear energy.
Yeah, shout out the Lotto. You know what I'm saying? um, I dig what I dig where they going with the Blackpool Combat Club. I like
Be honest with you, I like it, but like I said weeks ago, if you're doing a trios, just like they did with Penta and Phoenix before and Pac, can you please highlight the champions in this angle? Like, I mean, it seems like if the right tag team has the tag titles, then it's like, oh, you guys got the titles. We can just focus on these trios, and they don't. They're not showcasing the black the House of Black, and I think that's what I have a problem with. The storytelling with House of Black has not been there. They won a championship, and now all storytelling is on the Elite and Blackpool Combat Club now having some beef because Hangman's now involved. That's only thing I think is a downside of it. But I do like what they're doing. So I just, one of my underrated of the week is the House of Black. I think I need to see them and them showcase a little bit like as and the head of the trios division. So that's all.
My point is this: is that like you can't say you're not highlighted when I just beat y'all ass. I beat two niggas ass at once. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know what I mean? Like, listen, we know the Elite. We like you say, we know the Elite is gonna be dominant. Oh fuck! For what are we talking about? Vikingo, Kenny Omega.
See, I was gonna leave it for my underrated because I was hoping you were not gonna say it.
No,
but that nigga crazy though.
Ain't no way we talking about AEW. Ain't no way
I was holding on to it for my ranking.
Nah, cuz fuck the Elite. I was just about to say, listen, the Elite always gonna be in the present. But them niggas got taken. That's why I say I like the Blackpool Combat Club taking them niggas out. Listen, man, get y'all pussy ass out of here, nigga. Like y'all niggas too much in the spotlight, nigga. Get the fuck out of here, nigga. We want to go for the trios title. Blackpool Combat Club, House of Black. That's a slap. You know what I'm saying? I ain't even mean to rhyme like that. Damn, I did it again. Let me reset. You know what I'm saying?
Keep going, man. Keep rhyming. Do the whole podcast rhyming. That'd be dope.
I'm gonna try before 20. I'm gonna get really baked. Yo, you know what's funny? Shout out to my homie Jay Skis, Buffalo. He just dropped the album, Abolish Uncertainties, and all the homies went to the listening party or whatever the case may be. You got a couple plus ones. You invite some people to come through, whatever, because you think they cool. But I have multiple of my homies like tweet or in their Instagram posts, don't freestyle while I invite you out somewhere. It's fucking embarrassing. And all I can think about was like, damn, has I ever been that mean? Because, like, again, like, you can get real, nigga, you get, you know what I'm saying? I'm like, damn, have I ever been that invited person that freestyle? But no, I'm gonna try to do some shit like that on the pod. That'll be fire. But I like the Blackpool Combat Club taking out I like the Blackpool Combat Club taking out the Elite.
Young Bucks,
and then I like the Kenny Omega having a really great match with Vikingo, and then Blackpool Combat Club coming to finish the job on the Elite. Hangman coming out to save, and then shout out to that sleazy slime ball Don Callis.
You know
what I'm saying?
What I like about this is like he's trying to pull him away from his friends. Like he's trying to keep Kenny Omega focused on becoming the bout king, get back to being
absolutely. Because listen, if I'm a manager, if I'm an agent, right? Mm-hmm. A la Lamar Jackson had one. I mean, or like Rich Paul, with LeBron James. If you've never been the highest paid player, and you are the most right? And we say Kenny Omega. There's nobody fucking with Kenny when he's on this level. When he's Don Callis as an agent, as a manager,
yeah, man, I need that 2%. I did 4%.
He's like, you know what? This is the best thing that could have happened for you. That the young boy got hurt.
The best.
The best thing that could have
The
happened for you.
best.
Young boy
Yo,
turned an ambulance.
He about to treat Kenny Omega like Muhammad Ali. You go
Yep.
$1 in cash.
Don King over
I'll
here.
just take all the royalties on the back end, my nigga. Like,
And then he he slimely faked that Hangman hit him at the end of the show, still keeping that tension between Kenny and Hangman. But eventually Kenny's gonna have to leave Don. Let's be real.
Yeah,
He's gonna also catch on to his shit.
Absolutely.
But Kenny is gonna become a babyface. Like wherever Don goes, Don goes. But Kenny is a babyface, and I think that Kenny versus MGF is down the line eventually. But I do see Adam Cole and MGF right around the corner as well. So like those are the two main event matches I'm looking forward to down the line. Is Kenny versus MGF angle and Adam Cole. But I'm gonna be patient and I'm gonna embrace this Blackpool Combat Club angle and see where it goes. But at the same time, I want the House of Black to be busy with it. Get busy. And I think that I want some promos with House of Black and BCC.
Listen, the promos should be where John Moxley comes out and goes, I don't like none of that creepy, spooky stuff.
Oh shit! Yo, he's crazy.
And then Cesaro get the mic and be like, yeah, what he said. Like, no, I don't want them niggas to talk. Get the fuck out of here.
Okay. Fuck it. Oh man. Y'all killing me, man.
Oh man, you want to get top five so we get the fuck up out of here?
Yeah, let's get top five. Yo. Top five. Yo, all right. You want to go first? Shit.
Go first, brother.
All right. My power rankings. Best of the week. I got my top three. Fuck with my 4 and 5. Shit.
You know how you're 4 or 5? What?
4 and 5. 4 and 5. Let me see. 4 and 5. All right. 5. Rey Mysterio. Smack that bitch ass.
Okay. So this is your best 5 of the week.
Yeah, man. Rey Mysterio and Dom. I got to hand Rey Mysterio in that moment. Finally setting that matchup with him and Dom. I think him and Dom are going to be a moment in WrestleMania that we've all been waiting for. I mean, they built it. Probably one of the best belt angles of the past year. I told you Dom had to leave his father, but they set it up perfectly. So when he got smacked down, it meant something. Number 4.
Oh, hold on. Let me get you some fanfare. Hold on. I'm typing it out as you said, so I gotta do producer shit real quick. Hold on. So number 5, Rey Mysterio.
Number 4, Roman Reigns. I think Roman Reigns, his promo calling Cody, talking about how you didn't make it out there in AEW. So you got to come over here. You're gonna run away again, all that stuff. I loved it. I think he's obviously Roman Reigns, so you got to get it. After that, number 3, I am going with number 3. I'm gonna go with Adam Cole. Yeah, number 3, Adam Cole. His promo work and Dan Garcia to boot. Honestly, I thought it was one of the best parts of AEW this week.
Damn, I should put a question mark on there, but I ain't gonna disrespect your top 5. It's yours.
Number 2 is Kenny Omega. Great match. He had a great match with El Hijo del Vikingo. That shit was crazy. And then the number 1 is Cody Rhodes. He's on a roll right now.
Wait, what?
Number 1 is Cody Rhodes. He's on a roll right now.
Bro, this top 5 is trash. If I just did so myself,
dude. You want to go back to your first week? Top 5, your shit was garbage.
Nah, get out of here. My top 5 was fire, nigga. You see
How about
Otis.
you tell me?
You see Otis really prospering right now, nigga. You know what I'm saying?
Otis.
Lucky I'll show my nipples around this motherfucker. Nigga.
Nigga had Otis in his top 5, man. Get the
Yeah.
fuck out of here. Let's go. What's your top 5 this week?
All right, give me one second. I'm typing one time so I can put this tweet out so I can say Chris best 5 wrestlers of the week. All right, so all right, number 5 for the week. I'm going Cody Rhodes. All right, so I picked Cody Rhodes because again, like you said, he had a really good promo. He had a really good match. Well, 2 actually. He had a really good match on Raw and SmackDown with Ludwig Kaiser. You know what I'm saying, of Imperium. That was really good. So shout out to Cody, and like you said, the promo with Roman was good. All right, so number 4. I have for me that nigga Vikingo. Okay, he's number 4 best. He is number 4, one of the best players I've ever seen this week. What you talking about? I don't know how the fuck your top 5.
He's
man.
my underrated, man. He's my underground.
He going on both for over here. Nigga, I don't know what you talking about, nigga. That nigga came out of nowhere, nigga. I don't know. Then all of a sudden they talking about he about to wrestle Commander from the last nigga that walked the ropes and did some shit, nigga. Oh, nigga, I might have to pay the $5. It's like OnlyFans over there, nigga. What the flop shit. You know what I'm saying? So, nah, nigga. I as far as best wrestlers of the week, honestly, like, yes, he's underground. We haven't heard from him before. He's now in the mainstream. I can understand being on your underground, but honestly, I tuned in to AEW to see what this nigga was about.
Yeah, people were talking about this nigga for a while.
Bro, that shit did not disappoint. My number 3,
Yeah, he went off. He snapped.
Kenny Omega. You know what I'm saying? I think that match doesn't necessarily happen really without Kenny Omega giving as much as he does, because again he is one of the most unselfish competitors of this generation, where he doesn't mind giving his body. You see, he's winning. They did 7 fucking matches with the Lucha Bros, my nigga. Like, Jesus Christ. You know what I'm saying? Like, he's put his body on the line with Okada, who is without a doubt one of the most physical competitors that we've seen.
We saw this week with El Hijo, Delta Kingo. Like, that table spot was crazy. Yeah. And a couple of spots, not just that one. Shit.
So many Ranas, Poison Ranas, Hurricane Ranas, Super Ranas, my nigga. Like the joint from outside, from on the apron to the floor, my nigga. Like that shit hurt. You know what I'm saying? So shout out to Kenny Omega. Now, number 2 and number 1 is kind of tough, because realistically you have to have Roman on your list, and I didn't want to put him as number 1, so I'm gonna put him at number 2. And
but how are you gonna have Roman? Okay, now go ahead, finish. It's your list.
I got Roman at number 2 because of, again, the promo that he had with Cody. Cody was good.
He wasn't better than Cody this week.
No.
The matches, the promos, none of that. But go ahead. I'm not gonna kill on your list. Go ahead.
Roman was the reason why Cody had a good promo, and Roman. That's what I was just about to say. Roman won that battle rap. They both had good verses. They both have really good verses.
Okay.
But Roman won that verse. Also, Roman is still the psychological focal point of how Jay, Jimmy, Sammy, Cody, KO, all them niggas move.
True.
You see what I'm saying? Like all them niggas fucking are on the string for what the fuck this nigga be saying, doing, looking. So add Solo on there, like
Yo, we can't hear you.
Huh?
We can't-
hello, can you hear me
Yeah,
now?
go.
Yeah, what I said, add Solo on that too. You
True.
know what I'm saying? Like, he and again, like you say, he didn't wrestle, no. But the backstage promo with Jay, the backstage promo with Jay, the promo with Cody, the demonstrative the shit that he had with Solo, come like shit like that, and Solo looking like, am I my own man or am I following? Like, because listen, Solo came, no hesitation. Look back, I acknowledge the tribal chief. Cool, that means you get down. You know what I'm saying? Like,
True.
you know what I'm saying? Like you came in, you shed blood, you is blood, you get out. You know what I'm saying? You acknowledge. I ain't had to put your brother in the chokehold or no guillotine or no shit like that, nigga. You already seen what was up. You know what I'm saying? Don't switch up now, nigga. Cause you got this nigga Cody in your head. Don't get Cody. Like, hold on, what your mama used to say? Don't have that nigga get you fucked up now. You know what I'm saying? Like, so I'm gonna put Roman there off the simple fact, off the strength that he is the string that is. He's the string that carries everything. Like you say, he makes Cody have these tune-up matches to get ready for, like, Cody's trying to make sure that there's no ring rust. He's trying to work out some kinks, anything. He's still coming back from the pet. You know what I'm saying? His first action was the Royal Rumble. That's only 2 months ago. Roman's been doing this. He ain't stopped since Hell in a Cell. You know what I'm saying? Roman geared up. Roman lubed up. Roman been going. So Cody is trying to get, this is a football analogy, right? Nigga come back off an injury. He's trying to come back for a motherfucking playoff run, nigga. How effective you think you about to be running against the number one team in the fucking league right now? This the number one defense, number one offense, best coach. Like, what the fuck you think you about to do, bruh? You know what I'm saying? Like, so and that's why I said it was hard for me not to put him number one.
Okay.
Because, you know what I'm saying? Like, that's it. So number one, it will be a surprise, and honestly, I
You said Melissa's trash. Go ahead.
yeah.
Go ahead. No, you said Melissa's trash, right? Go ahead. Who's your number one?
I mean, my listen, 522 is actually pretty lit right now, man. So I don't know what you're talking about. Nah, listen, it's very difficult for me to say that there is a character that I care about more right now than Adam Hangman Page.
Oh.
And that's why I said it's a surprise, because when he was given the mantle and given the title and given the championship, I said, yo, this is now you. This is where you go. Like, where do you go with it? And clearly they want him. After that, it's been Mox, it's been Punk, it's been fucking MJF, and he's never really got able to come back and chomp at the bit. But I felt them every bit of the way. You know what I'm saying? And currently, again, he didn't necessarily have a standout match or a standout promo or a standout, but investment wise wrestler, when you talk about the biggest baby face in all of wrestling, I think Adam Hangman Page is one of those babyface who can translate the tribalism. I think if you present Adam Hangman Page, his story, who he is, his character, the badassness of what he's overcome and who he just beat, and the mental and what
He's wholesome.
yes,
And his story is wholesome, and you can gravitate towards it. There's layers to him, and
yes,
there's layers to his storytelling. I love it. So I
yes.
can hear you. I can hear where you're coming from. I'm not gonna kill you.
And again, like that, and again, for Hangman to be over again, a Cody, like you say, that's had the promos and the matches, and Vikingo and Kenny Omega and Rome. As far as like you say, there hasn't been a pure wrestler of investment like that. You know what I'm saying? In some time, and I kind of do want to see where he goes, how he goes about it. I want to see his next steps, his next movement, because he has involvement with Blackpool Combat Club. He has ties to the Elite. He has ties to Dark Order. Right, all of those things are intertwined right now. He's in the middle of that. So yeah, I like Heyman's direction, this character. Right.
Okay. All right. I feel you. All right. To wrap it up, we'll finish off with our underground performer of the week. All right, my top 5. I'll go first. I'm gonna go with somebody I already mentioned, and I know it's gonna be crazy, but Ronda Rousey. I think that Ronda Rousey and Shayna Baszler, I'll put them both together. Their promo on SmackDown was facts. How many times have they sold out Las Vegas and they didn't deserve to see them wrestle because they be booing them? So I think the more you get to see them, the more and more this act comes together, the more and more you will appreciate it. So I want them to win the tag team championship. I'm waiting for Ronda Rousey and Shayna Baszler to overcome and take those titles, and they didn't deserve to see them. They pretty much roasted everybody that was in the. He's like, listen, I broke your arm, broke your leg, broke your spirit. I like what she said. It wasn't a bad promo, and it was all facts. So I really want to give a shout out to Ronda Rousey, that she doesn't really get much props ever. So she's underrated performer of the week. Number 4, Tiffany Stratton. She's next up, guys. If you haven't known, Tiffany Stratton is going to be a huge star in the future. She defeated Indy Hartwell. She'll be competing for the Women's Championship. I think so. Got to definitely give a shout out to her. Also on NXT 2.0, number 3. Oh, you want to hit the belt for her?
No, I'm trying to hit it. It ain't working.
All right, it's Ilja Dragunov. He's a great, passionate fighter. He had a great match with JD McDonough. It ended up in a brawl. He'll be competing for the North American Championship in a fatal 5-way with Dragon Lee, JD McDonough, Dragon Lee, Wesley. Obviously, he's defending it. And who's the 5th?
Damn.
Am I missing somebody? I must be missing somebody.
It's JD McDonough, Eleno Dragunov, Wesley,
Dragon Lee,
and damn, we can look it up.
But yeah, we fatal 5-way at Stand and Deliver. And my number 3 of the week is Ilja Dragunov. That dude has an intensity about him that I fuck with. Number 2, Stokely Hathaway, man. That dude is hilarious, bro. Stokely Hathaway had a match with Hobbs. I mean, not Hobbs, Hook. And he was the best part of it. He's the best part of the match. Like, he just his antics, the character he brings. So I enjoyed that thoroughly. And number 1, it has to go to El Hijo del Vikingo. Come on, you already talked about it. The dude stole the show. He stole the show on Wednesday on AEW with Kenny Omega, and I look forward to seeing him. And it's my first time seeing him compete. He did some crazy ass stuff that it looks like you only see in a video game, and it was real. So shout out to El Hijo del Vikingo. Look forward to seeing you wrestle more. But maybe you can shorten that name a little bit so it can be easier to say. That's all I can.
Nah, man, fuck that. We Mexican. You say the whole thing. It's a pimp named Slickback, nigga.
Listen, man, the son of the Viking. Come on, just call you just like Viking Junior, maybe.
Nah, my name is a pimp named Slickback. You saved the
Whole bag.
All right, man. So I would say that's a pretty top. Well, it's a pretty good top 5. I wasn't able to tweet it. Computer stripping right now.
Underground performer of the week. That's all.
Yeah, go ahead and send those to me so I can put that list up. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Now my top 5 underground performers of the week. I will go ahead and start with Sky Blue. I like her. I like her presentation. You know what I'm saying?
Of course.
Not like she cuz, you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? She cripping out here. You know what I'm saying?
Listen,
No.
I noticed her presentation this week too. I usually don't, but this week I definitely noticed.
No, I think Sky Blue is if I'm not mistaken, she's Blue Pants, right?
No, she's not.
That's not okay. So I am mistaken.
You are. That is not Blue Pants.
Oh, shit, 'cause I'm about to
I think
say,
Blue
damn,
Pants retired.
no, because I was just about to say she improved, and I like that. I was just about to get to the whole thing. Like I know.
That's two different women. Sky Blue, Blue Pants. You need a better name, man, than Sky Blue. Come on.
Damn, I threw up my underground, and I'm about to say, damn, she really worked herself back up. Like I was, but fuck it, shout out to Sky Blue. You know what I'm saying? She held it down. You dig? Like listen. That still doesn't take away from the performance that she had against Tony Storm. I think that Tony isn't the most fluid or graceful, so things that doesn't look necessarily as choreographed as you would like them to, or the clunkiness that involves, I wouldn't also put it all on Sky Blue. You know what I'm saying? I just think sometimes chemistry, you know what I mean? But I've seen enough of her and her competitive nature and her spirit, and that she has a really great ability to add some value to the women's division. So
I think she's an upstart that she needs some time and she can be good. Like just keep working with her. You know, this is gonna be a good spot for her if she's doing this. If it ends up being what you said it was gonna be, the cage match.
the
blood
blood and
spot
guts.
for her. The blood and guts, yeah.
Number 4. Man, it's getting to me. It's settling in, so we're gonna have to wrap this up very soon.
Yeah.
All right, number 4. I'm gonna steal Tiffany from you, bruh. Her and okay. 4 and 3. 4 is Tiffany, 3 is Indy.
Okay.
I love Indy.
I love Indy too, honestly.
I think Indy Hartwell is a main roster player. I think she will be greatly suited to come and try to help Candice, turn on Candice. Indy Candice, that is a very great way to introduce Indy into the main roster. Candice is already a baby face that is very likable. I would love that to be a great feud to introduce her up into the main roster and then Indian Raquel, right? I think, man, I love Indy. But Tiffany, the girl, that motherfucking triple jump moonsault,
crazy,
better than anything Sabu's ever did. She's the queen of extreme.
Don't tell Francine. She'll sue your ass. if you haven't heard, she's about to sue Liv Morgan for using that shit, Queen of Extreme.
Get out here, man.
Yep.
That's right.
She already trademarked it, man. Hey, intellectual property, we fuck with it, right?
Hey,
you gotta protect it.
We pay a homage, you know what I'm saying? But I understand niggas not really picking up what they putting down when we talking about Queen of Extreme with Francine, you know. Damn, I did it again. But you're supposed to with that. That's what it is. I think that you're supposed to do it with that. Anyway,
So yeah, I got 5. Damn, that's 3 women. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I gave him some love in the underground
Shout
for
out to
real.
me. Okay, so number 2, let's go back into it. Number 2, shout out to the niggas. Vikingo. You know what I'm saying? My dog, you really held it down for the main event of AEW, brother.
Yeah, I stole the show for
I
sure.
ain't gonna hold you, man. I really appreciated being introduced to you. And my number 1 underground wrestler of the week. Again, somebody that you may deem as a surprise. Or you may be like, damn, that's your number 1. You know what I'm saying? Out of the whole list that you got.
Are you just figuring it out now?
No, it's Oscar.
What?
And that's what I'm saying. As an underground, this is not really, but if she dig in that bag of being like a Griselda beat, just grimy, loopy,
Yeah.
but fierce. You know what I'm saying? Like gravitating, like she can be something that is a stronghold on that division. You know what I'm saying? And underground is combined to like what we want to see more of and stuff like that. So I would love to see more of India. I would love to see more of Sky Blue. I would love to see more.
Yeah.
I would love to see more of Vikingo. But listen, this version of Oscar right now, because again, this feud is also, this feud is also like in the shadows. It's in the underground of everything, right? Roman Bloodline, tag team, Sammy, your new t-shirts for whatever. She playing the back, but she playing her role very effectively and efficiently. And I fuck with Oscar, brother.
I need Oscar and Bianca to run it back in for Backlash. And she needs to go full heel, like Oscar, like, really trying to take a piece out of Bianca, no pun intended, but like she needs to really like try to hurt her, like, you might want to do an injury angle or whatever, but she has to snap completely. And
Yeah.
I like where she's going.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So shout out to that, man. Shout out to that.
All right.
All
Before we get out of here,
Mhm.
we do got WrestleMania next week. So let's hit these predictions for WrestleMania 39. All right.
You got the card up?
I'm looking right now. So I think I think I got the full card as it stands as of March 26th.
Okay.
As after SmackDown or of this past week. So we got Rey Mysterio versus Dominic Mysterio. Who do you think is to win that?
Dom.
Yeah, I'm going with Dominic. I'm going with Dominic too. We get the undisputed WWE Tag Team Championships. Usos and Sami Zayn, Kevin Owens. Who we win that?
Sami and KO.
I got Sami and KO as well. Fatal 4-Way Men's Tag Team WrestleMania Showcase. The Street Profits, Braun Strowman and Ricochet, Alpha Academy, and the Viking Raiders.
Realistically, I would love for the Viking Raiders to win. Because I just need them to matter. Like I need them to matter.
I got Viking Raiders.
You got the Viking Raiders too?
I'm going to choose Viking Raiders. Yeah, I was going to choose them. I was going to choose them.
We're gonna have to be contrarian at some point in time.
Okay, we got the Fatal 4-Way Women's Wrestling Tag Team Showcase. Liv, Raquel, Shotzi, Natalya, Ronda, Shayna Baszler, and TBA. We don't know who that fourth tag team is.
What if it's the Garcia twins?
It is not the Garcia twins.
You can't.
It is not the Garcia twins. They don't got their slave name anymore, so they're good. They're out.
Damn, this match I really don't give a fuck about. How about this TBA? Just to be contrarian.
Okay.
TBA is going.
I'm going Ronda Rousey and Shayna Baszler.
Fuck
All
it.
right, Intercontinental Championship: Gunther, Drew, Sheamus.
Oh,
Who you
okay.
got?
So, listen. All right, boom. Sheamus needs to win so he can win literally everything, right? That's the only thing that he's missing. Then I need Sheamus and Drew as a feud. Drew wins, and then we have a feud. Then Gunther can just go on to bigger and better things, which he's supposed to. So Sheamus wins at WrestleMania. Sheamus wins at WrestleMania, captures the IC championship, and get his WrestleMania moment. And then that next week on SmackDown, we go into Drew, Sheamus, Backlash, get it cracking.
All right, Gunther. Gunther's retaining.
Oh,
Um, yeah, not tripping at all. It's Gunther, bro. This is his moment. Edge versus Finn Balor. Hell in a Cell.
Finn,
Demon Finn, all day.
please, for the love of God, Finn.
Oh, United Championship. Oh, no. Becky Lynch, Lita, Trish Stratus versus Damage Control. Bailey, Dakota Kai, and Io Sky.
Oh, of course, the baby faces is winning.
I'm going with Damage Control.
Okay.
Yeah, Damage Control. United States Championship, Austin Theory versus John Cena.
Austin Theory.
Yeah, I got Austin too. Seth Rollins versus Logan Paul.
Next.
Now you gotta choose.
Bro, I mean, come on, nigga. Like,
You gotta choose, man. You gotta choose one.
this is the equivalent of Adam Cole and Chris Jericho. If Seth Rollins loses to Logan Paul at WrestleMania, so I'm picking Seth Rollins.
I'll pick Logan Paul. Just for be contrarian. No, he's gonna win. No, like I said.
I got you.
All right. Brock Lesnar versus Omos with MVP.
Shout out to our brothers. We root for everything that's black. Omar's gonna get the win somehow, some way.
Omos beats Brock. I have Brock.
At WrestleMania, baby.
Omos taking 2 L's back to back WrestleMania. 3.
That nigga really the big show.
He is. Brock got it. You gonna hit him with quick work, unfortunately.
Pride and bitch that he ain't win a WrestleMania match, and literally Cody had to give him a win. Like, here, nigga, damn. You know what I'm saying? But you have the IC championship.
Yo, underrated WrestleMania match was Cody Rhodes and Rey Mysterio, man. I love that match, actually.
Just watch that.
Oh, you did?
Yes.
Yeah, that was a good match, man.
Shout out to YouTube. You know what I'm saying?
Raw Women's Championship, Bianca Belair versus Asuka.
I wish I had a ponytail to swing that motherfucker.
Gotta go Bianca. I think we both going with there. SmackDown Women's Championship, Charlotte Flair versus Rhea Ripley.
The best there is, the best there was, the best there will be.
Bret Hart's not in this match.
Charlotte Flair, Bret Hart.
I go Rhea, man. Rhea gotta get the victory.
Bret
She cannot
Hart
keep losing.
Bret Hart wishes he was Charlotte Flair.
She cannot. Okay. She even Stone Cold will tell you different. But Rhea Ripley, yo.
Stone Cold wishes he was Charlotte Flair. Nigga, he was pretty wrestling. Old ass motherfucker.
Shit. Oh man, yo, you're funny, man. The way you flip flop with some shit, like it just be perfect timing on this spot because you hate Charlotte Flair every other day of the week. Like it's just funny to me. It's just funny to me. Yeah. Okay. Rhea Ripley got to get the victory. She can't keep losing to Charlotte. You can't. Yeah. Roman Reigns versus Cody Rhodes. Got to go with the Prince. Got to finish the story.
Roman's getting 1,000 days.
Good one, man. Cody. Yo, let's track this, yo. Let's see who has the most answers correctly next week. After night 1 and night 2. We're gonna have 2 pods for y'all since we're not gonna be live in LA this year, unfortunately. But usually we'll do live from Dallas or wherever. We're gonna do two pods. We're doing 2 pods next week after the 2 lives right after night 1 and another one on Sunday after night 2. So guys, stay tuned. We'll be back with y'all next week to give you the recap on what we see. And
episode 200, 420 at 420. Be there with your lighters, nigga.
420, April 20th, episode 200 on 420 at 420. It's gonna be lit. We got the date booked. We want to bring some guests on. You know, Rich, you can come along. Any fellow podcast members that fuck with us, y'all very well welcome to celebrate our 200th episode on that night. Any other announcements you got to make?
Nah, man, this is our very fourth episode of us going 4 hours. It really feel good to do this shit.
Now
with
we
some
got
type of like excitement.
yeah, it's WrestleMania season, baby, man, and it's right on time because
because
got a lot to
shit
talk
gonna
about.
shit gonna do that. Listen, I was listening to sports radio. They was like, it's gonna be a time where it's gonna be baseball and Joey Chestnut. And we like
exactly.
dead as fuck.
Hey guys, shit to talk about. Let's talk about Aaron Rodgers. Talk about LeBron. Oh fuck, Tom Brady retired. Shit. How we gonna figure this one out?
It's gonna be a time, nigga, where it's gonna be it's gonna be a backlash or motherfucker.
I know. Yeah, crown jewel. Fucking straight from Jeddah. The greatest Royal Rumble ever. Oh shit.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying?
Really works up for this one.
They be throwing shit right in the middle of shit. You be like, brother, like y'all ain't going. Then dude's like, back to our regular special program. You know what I'm saying?
Nah, but they turned up this year. Like this built WrestleMania has been one of the best I've seen in a long time. Like remember last year I was telling you like that could be a little bit more. In the past 2 years, I've been like the built WrestleMania should be a little bit more special. This year it feels like it. Like all around, Dom and Ray, you got Roman and Cody, of course. Seth and Logan have been good. I liked everything. We have KO and Sammy and the Usos. So I'm really interested in seeing what happens next week. Can't wait. But we'll see y'all. It's been 2.5 hours on the podcast tonight. Yo, all is love. Everything is wrestling. I think we out this bitch.
We out this bitch. We thank y'all, man. Peace. My wife said my son is waiting on me. Like, damn, you can't put this little nigga down, cuz.
Yeah. Send love to the kids.
Yo, I be sitting there with a 2.5-hour podcast and these niggas be like,
it's like it's 2:00 in the morning. Yo, last week, you sent me the image of what you came to, and I was like, you didn't have to. You did not have to show me.
Yo, mind you, my wife is actually here. Like, it ain't like I left the kids by themselves. Mommy's actually just barely holding on to this motherfucker. Oh man, everything.
Help me,
Rich said, "Yeah, back to daddy.
Back to daddy duty, yo."
I'm to call you, nigga.
The wife is sending smoke signals in the chat. Hey,
and I'm here like next topic.
Act like I didn't see that. Like, come on, bro. Yo, come on. All right, back to daddy duty. Send love to the family. All is love. Everything is wrestling. We'll see y'all next week for WrestleMania. All right, peace.
All right, man. Peace, brother.